Hello one, it's me Selena. Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel and welcome to another upcycling video on my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to transform this simple basic denim vest into a stunning, unique, one-of-a-kind nostalgic piece. So here's a list what you actually need for this project. In my case I'm using a denim vest. Then I need some tape to fix my drawing templates. Speaking of that, we need some drawing templates as well. I'm going with a 2000s nostalgia. These are little characters like from the early 2000s, which I grew up and are so nostalgic to me, and I want to have them here on my jacket, so I printed them out. Side note, make sure that you are doing these projects just for yourself or eventually for your family member, but not for selling, because a lot of characters in the internet, like for example Barbie or anything that has a huge brand behind, also Diddle for example, they are licensed products, which means you cannot use them as you want and sell the finished pieces. So if you got caught, it can cost you quite a lot of money. So make sure it is just for your personal use and not for making any money of it. So I'm choosing these Diddle characters which I want to have on this vest. To transform these drawing templates, I need a paper, and this case carbon paper. It is specific for typewriting, but we are not using it for typewriting. Instead, I'm using this paper to transfer my drawing template on the surface from my denim jacket. I took it from this brand, but actually you can just Google it, search for carbon paper, and that will do then the magic. To transfer the drawing template onto your project, we need a pencil. Then, of course, we also need eventually a scissor to cut it out in shape. That's up to you. Then we need some painting brushes in different sizes, depending what you want to do. Plus also we need a permanent fabric marker to make the outlines, and then it looks a little more detailed. And last but not least, we need some fabric coloring. This is what I'm using, but of course you use the ones that you already have at home or the ones that are matching for you. Make sure that it is meant to be for fabric. So this is for fabric, and I need to fix it later on, either way in the oven or with the iron. So make sure it is meant to be for fabrics, and then that's it actually. So these are the most pieces that you need. Oh, and something to cover your surface when you are drawing, but then it is like everything, so not much actually, but yeah, it will be kind of a cool project. I would say we're not wasting any time any longer, so let's just get into the project. Let's just start with the first piece that I want to do. And I think I'm actually wanting to do this. Should I do this one here? So I'm choosing quickly one, and then I'm showing you the next steps. So now I choose to do the Diddle logo up here in the corner of the back from my denim vest. And actually what you are gonna do to make this, to transfer this drawing onto your surface, you need the carbon paper with the carbon side facing towards your project, and then on top of it you are putting your design. It could be anything that you like. And now to fix it, I'm using this tape, but you can use anything that is sticky for the project, but you must be able to remove it. And what I'm gonna do is just placing it where I actually want it, and then secure it with the tape onto my fabric, onto my project. Like here in the corner, I guess we need one more. So it is secure and safe as well. Oh, and make sure there is no kind of waves in there. It must be flat. So now the magic trick, we need our pencil, and what you basically are doing is you are drawing around the edges of your design. So you're drawing the outlines and the inlines. You're not drawing here in the middle, just the outlines from your design and the inlines, so it transforms perfectly your project onto your fabric. And that's what I'm gonna do. So with a little bit of you have to press a little bit, but not too much, because otherwise the paper will break. So make sure it does not break at all. And then you are gonna just draw along the lines from your project with a little bit of press on it, but not too much. And then once you are done, it is then the time for the reveal. And if it's done really well, then your project or your drawing should be on your fabric as well. So let me just do this D over here, and we see us in a second for the big reveal. Now time for the big reveal. Let's see if it has worked or if it worked. Yeah, okay, so let's get this off here. Oh wow, it actually worked quite well. So you can see how it has transformed from this carbon paper directly onto the fabric, which is amazing actually. But you see here and there are the linings or the drawings not so perfect. So with your pencil you can go and a little bit adjust it. You can use your template as, of course, a guiding line. So here, something like this, and then it looks already quite well. So, yeah, that is actually what I wanted to do for you to show. So, next step is actually to coloring these pieces. So, for that, we are needing our fabric colors. Usually, for specific this logo, it is actually black, but I decided to go with sort of rainbow coloring. So I would say I do this yellow, orange, red, pink, purple, and maybe here and there a heart in green and blue, and the diddle itself would be like black, I guess. So that is what I'm gonna do. I need for that my correct paint. In this case, the first letter will be yellow. And then I'm using a little brush with a pointed brush actually, so I can go a little better into the details without overdrawing the guiding light. So let's shake this a bit. And now it should be ready actually. Let's see. Yeah, yellow paint. So the good thing is it is also in the lid, so I first will use the one paint here on the lid and then basically starting painting actually. It could be, depending on what fabric color you're using, that you eventually have to apply more than one layer, so it is kind of thick onto the fabric. Especially denim fabric tends to soak in the liquid, the paint, and then it looks a little bit faded. So it makes sense eventually to apply another layer of your coloring in case your fabric color is not the most pigmented at all. So yeah, basically that's what I'm gonna do right now. So I will paint everything in the different colors, and we see us later on once it's done. Once your painting is completely dried, it is time for the outline. So I'm using a permanent marker specifically for fabrics, but also you can use any permanent marker that is waterproof actually. And with outlines or kind of contouring, I mean we are painting now along the lines, so it gives a more better effect. Like for example here I already have painted one of my diddle mouses, and you see with this black lining, with the contouring, it gives a little more deepness to it, and that's exactly what we are doing right now. So grab your marker, and the only thing you have to do is just go along the lines, which are basically already there because the guiding lights were actually the lines that you used where you have to paint your design. And so it is actually just following step by step like this already painted guiding lines, and with the contouring it gives a little more deepness to it, and I think that looks a little extra. And for example, like my coloring looks faded, so like here you see, oh, what could this be actually if you don't know what it is from a distance or so, but with the contouring actually it gives it to a little more visible, or it makes it a little bit more visible actually. So right now, I mean, you can see what I mean with the more visibleness. Is that a word, visibleness? Anyways, but you know what I want to say. It gives the deepness on it, and then it is a little bit easier to read the title or actually also to see the design here. So with the contouring, I'm I'm kind of obsessed with the contouring. I think that's a cool detail and it adds a little more coolness to it, right? So what do you think actually from my design? I'm showing you just in a second everything that I have painted, and then you can tell me if you like it or not. So here is the title. I'm also contouring a little bit these hearts that I have made here. So it gives more a shape of a heart. Also this one here I will a little bit contouring, but actually it is already with the black markings, it is already quite well contoured. I'm just kind of also, how can I say, the places where the coloring isn't so good at all, I can correct with this sort of Sharpie or so. So with this permanent fabric marker. Yeah, that's how it looks right now. And I'm going to show you what I did. So, of course, I already did my diddle mouse just underneath the diddle logo. Over here, I have painted this one here with the initial letter S, like for my name, S for Selena. Down here, I have another character of the diddle line. And here is, for example, Diddlina, so the girlfriend from Diddle in a beautiful ballerina costume. And over here is a teddy bear. Unfortunately, it's not the very best, so I kind of messed it up a little bit with this one here, unfortunately. But still, I think it is really cute. Now, honestly, I have to say, it already looks quite cool, right? But for me, it is still too empty. I want to add some like extraness, and for that I am using sort of these different fabric spray bottles. So I do have different colors of it. I will go and spray over it. Of course, not over the painting, but I will spray around it. Plus, I do have also these textile markers. So these are meant to be for fabrics, of course, and then I will kind of go and draw a little bit here and there, but that's just my personal taste. Basically, in this video, it was about how you can actually customize a beautiful, like in this case, denim vest with your own designs or with designs that you found online or whatever you want to put on your vest. Super easy, super fun DIY project. You can do it like as an adult, but you can do it also with your kids or so. It is super easy. Or maybe you want to do it in school with the school kids. It is an endless amount of possibilities, and you can completely let go your fantasy with it. So I will think this is really cool, and I will show you the final result in a second for you. So this is the current design of my denim vest. I just decided to spray a little bit with the fabric paint around it and leave it like this. So the main characters are popping out a little bit, but we got still a colorful background, which I totally love. So the next step that I have actually to do is let it dry, and then later on I'm putting inside the oven, like according to my fabric paint, like 8 minutes on 150 degrees Celsius, something like that. And that means it should actually then fix the coloring on my denim vest, and that makes it also washable. So with the fixing of these colors, also from these spray bottle things, with the fixing of it, it makes it waterproof actually, and you can then wash your designs, but not too hot. I mean, that's kind of clear, but like 30 to 40 degrees Celsius, you can wash it and it should stay on. So my hopes are high that my design will stay on after I wash it at the time then. So yeah, but I wanted to show you this, and once everything is done, once it was in the oven, I will give you the big reveal. For you, it will be just in a second. For me, it will take a little time, but yeah. Let's get the big reveal for you. And here we go. This is the final reveal of my amazing one-of-a-kind nostalgic project. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I love the color scheme and I love also the little cartoons from Diddle that I placed on it, and combined with a long sleeve black jersey pullover and black trousers, the colors are really popping out and it is just a masterpiece. I'm so happy. What do you think? Write it down in the comment section down below.